Hey friend, how's it going? Thomas Decker here from GuitarRevolution.ca, and I'm here because I want to help you to become the best guitarist you can ever be. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out, you want to learn your first few songs, or if you already play guitar and you want to get to the next level, this channel is for you. And in this video here, I'm going to be talking about how to play your guitar in a warm, sweet, full way. Just using a very simple technique called the 6 intervals. Now, what is the 6 intervals? There's a lot of theory behind that if you want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I want to get you results, okay? So I'm going to teach you the way that I think when it comes to the 6 intervals, which is this sweet sound that you just saw in the on the intro here of this video. And the way that I'd like to think of this is based on the chord shapes that we have. So we have many chord shapes, right? This main 5 ones, it's the caged system, right? C, A, G, E, D, where we can play like C major, for example, in using these 3 or these 5 shapes: C in shape of A, C in shape of G, C in shape of E, and C in shape of D, right? Let me put my cell phone away from here and silent mode. All right, so we use these 5 shapes as a reference for a lot of different things. And I want to use these 5 shapes for reference for the 6 intervals, okay? So that backing track that you heard in the beginning of this video is in the key of C. So let me give you an example of how I think of the interval of 6th in the key of C. For example, if I have the chord of C, by the way, when I learned this, I didn't think about 6th. This is how I thought. Okay, I have these, on this shape of C, I have these 2 notes here on the D and B string. Okay, so this is the first shape we're gonna use, okay? Just these 2 notes from this full chord. My root is right here on my finger 1. And this is the 3rd of it. This is E, and this is C. C is the root, 3rd here is E, here's the 3rd, in the context of C chord, right? They call it the 6 because from E, we have E, F, G, A, B, C. That's the distance between this E to this C is of 6 notes. They are 6 notes apart within the scale of C, but I like to think this way. This is the 3rd of chord because every chord has a root, a 3rd, and a 5th. So here is the 3rd and here's the root. Okay, I play these 2 notes and I have the the C major chord. So I play just a fraction of the chord. Okay, that's the first thing that I think when I'm using the 6 intervals. Instead of all the complicated theory behind and all that, no, it's just a fraction of the chord. So you're gonna have to know more or less. No, you're gonna have to know more or less. No, you're gonna have to know the notes on your index finger here. That is the root. That's what we want, the root. Okay. This chord here is simple because we're so used to this shape, right? And I give a little slide, my middle finger there. And then, if you noticed, I did a slide movement here to the 5th fret. Why? Well, this is a fraction or a fragment of this chord. When I go here, it's a fragment of this chord, a shape of A. So I'm just moving forward on the caged system. Right? This is C on the shape of A. Simple. The theory behind this, here's the third, and here's the fifth of the chord. Do you need to know that? It's good if you do know that. It's not mandatory. Doesn't really make a difference. If you know that you're moving this way, you know where to land. In this case, my finger 3 is sliding 3 frets up, and then I'm adding my finger 4 here, my finger 3, sorry. My finger 2 sliding 3 frets forward, and I'm adding my finger 3 in the bottom, my ring finger, on the B string, on the same fret, right? It's the same chord, C, right? Okay, that is for this shape. So if here is C, C sharp, D. Let's see if it works for D. Right? Here's I have the C shape for D. Not completely, I need to do like this if I want. But I just want these 2 notes. Right? F. F. B, C, D, E, F. 6th fret. So, F. F. Right? So that is for this kind of starting with this shape. Now, and on a major chord, right? Now, we can do the same thing on when the root is on the E string. For example, G. Right? We have G here. And here would be the third. If you think of this chord here, here's a third. This is the E shape, right? So I have this shape here, which was the same as this, right? Same fingering. And then if I slide 3 frets forward this way and do the same movement I did when I did for C, I have the same result, the same idea. From third to root, and here's the fifth. Is it the fifth? Fifth and the third. Kind of the same idea. You don't need to know that. But what's going on here is from this shape to this shape. This shape would be D shape. Okay? So let's say I have a sequence of C and G. What I do? C, G. Beautiful, right? Simple. It's not hard. Give a little vibrato, dynamics. Right? It can create movement, create dynamics, and life to those notes. Just how you play. All right, that's for major chord. Let's say we have C and then F. C, F. Right? The same. Okay, that's for, like I said, major chord. Now, let me talk to you about minor chord. It's easier if we start with the second option that we had here. So using the E minor shape, okay? Let's say if we're playing A minor, we're gonna be using this on our exercise here. A minor. We're gonna use the root here and the third here. So you see, major would be like this, minor would be like this. So we're doing minor. So A minor. My constant here is always my middle finger, finger 2, on the string above, right? This is the upper string. Okay, so the movement here will be from this shape, and then I slide my middle finger 4 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch my finger 3 and 1. Okay, so A minor. Here is a shape of D minor, but playing A minor. Hope that's clear. A minor, slide 4 frets, switch my finger 1 and 3 there. Oh. It can be ascending movement or descending. Always slide my middle finger, right? So that's the minor when the root is on the E string. Let's say G minor. I slide 4 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm already so used to it, so I don't need to count, right? Okay? So the main difference here, major, we start with this and end with this shape. Minor, we start with this shape and end with this shape. So finger 2 and 1 for major and slide 2, 2 and 3, right? When it's a minor, it's 2 and 3 and slide 2, 2 and 1, right? It's a little trick that helps to remember. When the root is on B string, like we did here for what's this? C, right? C. So the root will not move. It's gonna move the top note here, the lower note, that's the third. So this gotta be flat. So if I play C, you can hear that is a C minor, right? C minor. Same thing, I move 4 frets forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch my finger. There you have C minor. Let's say if it is an E minor. Where's the E on the B string? 5th fret. Remember how you tune without tuner? If you are from my age and before. Okay, E minor. We're gonna use this shape here. Slide 4 frets and switch the shape. If it is E major, first shape, finger 1 and 2, slide 3 frets, finger 2 and 3. E minor, finger 2 and 3, slide 4, finger 2 and 1. I hope this is clear for you. It's a little bit of gonna have to memorize a little bit, just because you're gonna need to know where the notes are, or you do the connection with the chords, right? There are more connections we can make here, but I want to just focus on these two because I think it's easier for you to start using this. And when do you use this? I'm focusing on the chords. I'm not talking about using this technique for soloing yet. That's a different story. It's like when you get a major scale, for example, and you go, which is very good, very useful, and we'll get there eventually. You're gonna make a video about this. But I think that if we just focus on the chords, it's a little bit more useful right now. I'm gonna have results quicker. Okay, now I'm gonna use a backing track, the same that I used in the beginning of this video, again from Elevated Jam Track. Look them up, it's very good. This is a C major, and then he goes like, C sus, right? And then it goes to A minor. And then it goes to F. Back to C. I'm just embellishing the chords here, right? Put my finger, ring finger right underneath here, which is a sus4. And then A minor. I'm just using the same finger where I did before. When I play F, I'm not doing a bar here. I'm playing an F major 7 with an open E, and then I add my pinky on the bottom string on the 3rd fret, back to C. I think that's what they do there too. So when C comes up, I comment and next shape. A minor, I go to this one, next shape. When F comes, next shape, back to C. So C, I go here and here, or here and here. And then I start playing, I'm gonna start playing with the options I have, like octaves, changing the root on different string, and I'm gonna help and show you how I can mix up the pentatonic just to create a little bit more movement too on the playing here, okay? So as I play, I'm gonna explain what I'm doing. So I'm gonna zoom in and let's start. Let's go. C. Second shape. C. A minor. Second shape. F. Back to C. My chord, right? Again, C. A minor. My slide's very small, right? The first note is just like 1 fret before. And C, you can just C, sit here and then go back, right? Again. A minor, right now. F with the root right here. F, C, right? Let's do an octave of this. A minor. F. Back to C. C. Right? C right here. Oh, actually there's a change. So on this change, let's just play the pentatonic of C major, A minor that is right here on the 5th. Okay, so you can just improvise a little bit. That's a D minor, F, A minor, D minor again, F, and G. So I'm doing the 6th of G, right? C, A minor, F, back to C. C. Octave on the E string, A, F, Oh, that was wrong. A minor. F. C. Oh, I always think it's gonna change to the second part. D minor, I think. D minor. F. A minor. There's the same here. D minor. F. And G. See, I already know where they are, so I can just go straight forward. Sounds very good, right? So you see how those simple connections we make with the chords, with the root and the third there, can be very, very useful. I know it might take a little longer for you to get the hang of it, but if you can make those, connections, those pathways on your brain and how it works, right? F, A minor. When it comes to G, you're right there, right? There's an E minor, you're right there. A D minor, right? It's like it comes automatically once you get it down on your playing. So the idea is practice these transitions: major, major, G minor, E minor, E major, F, right, and so on. So it's very important that you know those connections and you know the chords that are being played in the backing track, right? So you can match those sixths or those tones, those notes, with the chords that are being played there, right? And this is just one of the many tools that every lead guitarist have in the fingertips when they're recording, when in a jam session, when they're gigging or touring on the stage. The interval of sixth is something that is present either for leading or as a rhythm player. So you want to develop this. So for that, I want to encourage you to download my 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide. That is a PDF where I have pretty much the main essential tools every lead guitarist carry in their tool belts and they use all the time. So you can download, check if you have those tools, have those skills on your tool belt, and if you don't, you also will find lessons to develop those tools, okay? So just click the link below, register there, and I'll send it to your inbox as soon as you sign up. And it's totally free. Tons of material, tons of knowledge, and tons of, a guide for the next 30 days you bring your playing to the next level. That's the idea, that's the goal, that you move forward on your guitar playing. And thank you for watching. Thanks again for spending the time here with me. I hope this is something useful for you. It is for me. I use it all the time as a lead player or either a rhythm player. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.